Alright, it's up.
Really?
What? Oh, are you connected?
You look like somebody out of the Purge.
Thank you, that's what I was going for. Dude, fucking day one, James gave me this fucking clown costume. He was like, here, I think you'll like this. You'll probably end up fucking wearing this for the rest of the time you play, and he gave it to me. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, definitely fucking wearing this shit. And then he's like, he shows me the clown hat. It's like just one of those little pointy, you know, fucking old school clown hats. I was like, nah, fuck that. And then he showed me this mask, and I was like, how many caps do you want for it? He just starts laughing. He's like, here, just fucking take it. I'm never gonna wear it. You get it during a quest line later anyway.
Damn. Yeah, it definitely fits.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is my humble abode. Yeah, you can actually build more than what I've seen a lot of people show.
So what, they're just too lazy to build themselves?
It's either that or like me and James and Chris were talking about. Everything you build is worth a set amount of. Alright, like once it catches up, when you see my build menu open up, look in the top right where it says budget. Every object you build is worth a small amount of budget. You know, kind of think of it as like a memory cache. You know, the bigger the item, the more interactive the item, the more it's possibly going to take. Turrets are really fucking expensive. Turrets take a lot. And in a way, I find it somewhat understandable that defenses, if you're going to build a lot of defenses, they should be a little bit pricey in a way towards your build. And not only that, but with the way they have it set up, and yeah, they got the PvP servers coming if you really do want to play full on PvP, rating players' bases, blah, 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 you'll be able to do that. But with it right now, you really don't need turret defenses or any type of defenses unless you actually choose to lay down your camp in an area somewhat close to where there's going to be a lot of enemies coming at you. You do have random groups of enemies, however, that will randomly come upon your base, kind of like that simulated scenario of having a noisy base and three, four, five enemies will come wandering over and start attacking your shit. If you have turrets, your turrets will take them out. Otherwise, you just go out there and take them out yourself. They won't come to your base if you're not at your base. It's more so kind of like once you're at your base, you yourself are making the noise at your base, so they're coming to attack you. Um, you can set your base anywhere, you know, in the fucking world, as long as it's not too close to a POI. Trying to see how to show you how much. Oh, I can't because I'm out of materials. If I had some steel, I could show you how much the turret takes up budget-wise, so you could see what I was talking about. But yeah, I used to have like 4 turrets out here, and I ended up just scrapping the other 3 and left it with just the one. And yeah, pretty much with what you see up in left in the budget up there, 2 turrets would fill that up. What's left? So if you're not building in a location where you really need defenses built, you can build a lot of shit in your base. Because furniture, decorations, crafting tables, things like that do not take as much, uh, budget space as defenses do. Mainly mechanical defenses, the turrets, the other little, traps that you can build, like, oh, damn it, one button. Uh, like they got these old things, like boards with nails sticking out of them that you can lay on the ground, for enemies to walk over them. Little things like that won't take up as much, but, mechanical or moving devices, will do so. So if you're not going for a build that needs such things, you can build a lot of shit. You can farm and all that as well. All the plants you find in the world, you can bring them back and grow them yourself so that you can grow all the specific shit you need for your own, alchemy and stuff like that. You got your cooking, water pump systems, power generators. Fuck. Look at this, dude. Like apparel-wise, look at all these fucking clothing items I got, and like all of these, it's basically your costume. What you wear over your armor. If you don't like the look of your armor, you can wear a specific outfit or style outfit. And that includes, the outfit itself is a full body outfit, and then you can have a lower face or neck item, eyes, and hat. Otherwise, if you have something like my mask that takes up your whole head, you can only have just that equipped. But if you have like a hat, glasses, and like a, scarf or a bandana that goes around your, over your mouth or something like that, you can wear those 3 with your full outfit. And yeah, all these clothing items I've found just from fucking running around and looting. And also, some of these clothes that are in the shop can actually be found in the world.
Really?
Yeah, it's more so like, do you want a shortcut to this specific clothing outfit or hat or something like that, Some of them, yeah, I believe are, of course, exclusives, like this vampire costume and shit like that, the rocket suit, space suit. There's another spacesuit you can find. I've got it in my stash inventory. But I mean, really, there's so many clothes and outfits and hats and all that, accessories in the game that can be found, that you really, in my opinion, don't have to buy anything from the shop unless you literally want something specific and don't want to take the time to find it, or, something better than it or whatever. Let me show you the challenges too.
Well, at least they're not being greedy with their in-game currency.
No, dude, and like that's what I was saying. Like nobody mentioned like, oh, by the way, you don't even have to spend a single dime on Atom points. You can earn them for free just by playing, doing dailies, weeklies, and progressive challenges for your game progression, discovering POIs, getting levels, hitting level 10, 20, 30, things like that, fucking taking out so many enemies with specific types of weapon classes, all that kinds of shit. Scavenging and collecting, a set number of, crafting materials, all kinds of shit like that, dude. See, like right here, character progression. You got character progression stuff, survival challenges, combat challenges, social challenges, world challenges. and then your dailies and weeklies. And like, look at what all these fucking things are worth. Like your world challenges, all of those are worth 40 points apiece. Social, up to 80 at the most. Combat, up to 80 at the most. Survival, up to 80 at the most. You know, character, those ones are all like, you know, random, you know, 1, 10, 20, 40. But your weeklies are always usually, each one is worth around 30 to 40. And then your dailies are actually different. Sometimes you'll have a daily objective that may be worth 20 points, 30 points, 40 points, 10 points. And that could literally be a mix of all 5 challenges, maybe ones that are worth 20 and 30, or 30 and 40, or they may be like as you're seeing them right now, one worth 20 and the other 4 are only worth 10. They're random every day, of course, because they're dailies. But there are chances, you know, that, yeah, one day you may only make 60, 60 worth on your dailies. But tomorrow, the challenges they give you for your dailies, you might end up getting like 80 to 100. It just depends on what the challenge objective is for each of those dailies. Every different type is worth a set amount, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so they've done it in a really good way.
Yeah, and nobody mentioned
Do you mind
that.
showing me the map?
Oh yeah. The map is actually quite huge. Once you actually get in the game and start playing it yourself, it's pretty big. I've got my base kind of center in the map so that like everything I travel to, because when you fast travel, it costs caps, which is like your normal currency. So I set my spot dead center in the map so everything would kind of be like a even price away from me if I ever fast travel. But yeah, it's a huge map, dude. It's like this is all up and down, and this is all for the left side of the map. And then scroll over here, and you got the east side of the map as well. This is as far as you can zoom out, otherwise I'd zoom more. But yeah, it's a pretty big map, dude.
It's not bad at all.
No. You know, you got different vendors in different sectors, you know. The way the caps currency does work for selling to vendors is every sector, the vendor has a total of 200 caps. So let's say like for this central forest area, all vendors that would be found in this area have a shared 200 caps for that they will give you for selling them items. So for example, if I went to this railroad station right here, Sutton Station, sold to that vendor and ate up all of his caps, if I was to go to another vendor like right up the railroad to the next station, he's going to have 0 caps as well. But if I go over into this desert sector biome to one of their vendors are going to have their own set of 200 shared. So every sector has a share of 200 amongst all of its vendors. But if you sell to them and they have something you want to buy from them, you sell to them to eat up their caps, and then you buy something from them, and that will put a portion of what that item was worth back into their pocket for you to sell more to them again to get those caps back into your pocket. So, you know, there's like a trade back and forth in a way between the vendors.
That's cool.
Kind of, you know, they put a cap on it in a way so that like every day you can't like just grind the fuck out of earning caps. You know, you can't just farm the shit out of caps. Which in a way I don't mind, because it kind of forces you to go and do other things and not just literally sit there and be like an item farmer. Sell, sell, sell. Go farm. Sell, sell, sell. It kind of gets you into doing all the other shit. 'Cause, I mean, dude, all the missions you get, side missions, miscellaneous, dailies, events, all of that shit, all give you fucking caps and rewards. So you're gonna make money whether you're selling items or not. This place right here, White Spring Resort, that's an actual shopping mall.
Oh, really?
Yep, it's the shop hub. There's 3 clothing stores, a weapon shop, an artisan's crafter shop, which contains all crafting stations, stash boxes, and everything you need in case you need to pull things from your stash to sell, craft things while you're there, whatever. And 2 furniture shops. And all those shops sell clothing, weapons, medical supplies, and blueprints as of furniture or buildable plans and cooking recipes. It's your shop hub. It's your player shop hub. And you can even trade to other players and either choose to give them items for free or you can actually sell things to players. Like the other day I went to the mall to sell a few items to clear up some of my stash, and came across this random player, invited him to a trade because I'm sitting on like a bunch of extra blueprints that me, James, and Chris already have, so I'm like looking for people to sell them to. And fucking dude fucking bought like 3 blueprints off of me. Where was I going for my next mission? Find the next journal. That door. Yeah, you got your weapon crafting, modifications, scrapping, all that shit. That's how you get all your crafting materials, is scrapping. You know, you pick up a lantern, you can scrap that lantern and get steel, oil, and something else I can't remember, you know, for example. Or, you know, you pick up a monkey wrench and you can scrap it for steel and screws. You know, you pick up like something else that may have springs, you know, you'll get springs from that. Something that has cork materials, you know. I mean, shit, here, look. Go to my junk. Like, these are all the different types of crafting materials you get once you break things down. You know, aluminum, fibers, titanium, ceramics, circuits, coal, adhesives, you know, glass, you know, all your different metal types, gears, screws, springs, plastics. And you just use all that for your building and weapon crafting, armor crafting, modifications. You can craft your own ammo for all your guns and all that shit. So you need more 5.56 ammo for your fucking machine guns. As long as you got gunpowder, lead, and steel, you can craft your own ammo. And on top of it, with the perk cards that they have, there's perk cards that you can get that will boost all different kinds of aspects. Like, your perk cards are used to create your build for your character. You know, add like damage resistance buffs or damage increases for specific types of weapons, you know, shotguns, non-auto rifles, automatic rifles, pistol type weapons, melee. You know, and then of course each of these affects your different aspects of your character. You know, strength is a measure of your raw physical power, affects how much you can carry and the damage of all melee attacks. Perception affects your awareness of nearby enemies, your ability to detect stealthy movement, and your weapon accuracy in VATS. Endurance is a measure of your overall physical fitness. It affects your total health, the action point drain from sprinting, and your resistance to diseases. Charisma is your ability to lead and help others. It also it allows you to share higher point perks, and also affects your rewards from group quests and prices when you barter. Which sharing point perks, that's pretty much when you're in a group you can choose to share any one of your perk cards. So, like, for example, if you were playing with me and you wanted to be able to fast travel, by using less, it costing less caps, I could share this one card with you, Travel Agent, which you pay 30% fewer caps when fast traveling. Or if you decide like to start using a weapon type like I do, like a melee or something like that, you start running two-handed. I could share my two-handed melee weapon damage booster card with you. Any card you have, you can share, but if it's a high level, like how you see some of these are like a 4, a 2, a 3, you have to have higher charisma to be able to share a higher point card. And the way you rank up the cards is by getting multiples of them and then fusing the cards together.
Oh, okay. So, what about respecs?
James and Chris said there is a respec because I know they've been both talking about how they were going to respect their build earlier tonight when we were playing. And I asked them like how it's done, and they told me to just wait until I get to level 50, spend what I want, blah blah blah. Because they were saying it has something to do with like a quest line or something like that. I think they said, but they were saying just pretty much like for me to just focus on doing my build as I want to do it right now and trying to see if that works for me.
Okay.
Which I know what I'm going for. I'm going for automatics. Automatics and heavy. Which James already helped me out with one of those for my end game heavy build. He found this level 50 flamethrower, which I know, yeah, it doesn't sound all that great, but I read somebody talking about at level 50 there being a perk card that you can get unlocked that adds team player healing when you use fire-based weapons. So basically, running with a flamethrower and that card, as you're blasting the enemies and lighting them on fire, you're also healing your teammates if you're if you're hitting them with it. So essentially, it turns your flamethrower. That one card turns your flamethrower into a fucking healing gun.
Okay.
And there's some nice modifications you can do on the melee weapons. Like, look at this sword that I got. So here it'd probably be easier to look at it in the crafting menu. There we go. It's a ski, a snow ski turned into a sword with metal shards welded to it. The spiked ski sword.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then, in fact, let me, if I can modify one of these. Bless you. Yeah, look at this one you can get on the fire axe. Might be a little hard to see with the menu being in the way, but adds these welded or bolted jagged teeth to the blade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and if you saw over there on the right, to make that, I would need a makeshift warrior rank 4, which is your melee modification perk card. So, like, if you want to get into crafting specifically for like weapons, armor, or guns, guns, melee, and armor, there's 3 perk cards for each of those. And then the higher tier the weapon or armor is, the higher ranked card for that tier, or for that weapon type or armor type you're gonna need. So if you're trying to make like a tier 3 weapon or a tier 3 modification on a weapon, you're gonna need that tier 3 card for that weapon based on whether it's a melee weapon or a gun weapon. You would have makeshift warrior if it's melee, gunsmith if it's for gunning, or armorer if it's for armor. Which I just don't have any of those yet. I'm more so focused on getting things to help my build, like health-wise, damage-wise, all that. Speaking of which, my points that I'm sitting on, still not entirely sure what I want to do with them. I'm going to hold on to them for the moment. Alright, so I gotta go. Oh, did I clear all my shit? Clear my junk, kind of once. Oh yeah, I gotta put that fucking blade away. I got to dismantle that revolver. And then did you see that right there? You'll see in a second. When I scrapped that revolver, I learned a modification crafting for it. That's how you learn how to craft mods for any type of weapon. If that weapon is a mod-capable weapon or moddable weapon, whatever, you just scrap it. And the higher tiers that of modifications you start getting to as you're scrapping, more and more of that one type of weapon, the more of that weapon you're going to have to scrap to get that next modification unlocked.
Oh, okay.
And you can learn modifications like that, or by going around to the different vendors, and sometimes you'll come across actual weapon modification plans, which you just buy that and then you consume it from your notes page in your inventory, and you'll learn the recipe. And in fact, all the recipes and plans that can be bought can all literally be found in the world randomly or rewarded through quests and events. All you have to do is explore and play the game. If you seriously don't come across that one blueprint you want, and you end up finding it in a vendor, and you have the caps for it, fuck it, buy it. You end up finally coming across it, and you have it as an extra because you already bought it, fuck it, give it to a friend or sell it to a random. Yeah, earlier I was up to 1,800 caps. I ended up coming across a couple blueprints. What was it like? I think it was like 3 blueprints that I found that I've been looking for through the vendors. Some of the vendors will sell exclusive blueprints, I've heard, that can't be found in the world. Like, for example, the metal building set, which unlocks, your metal floorings, walls, roofs, because your basic is your wood. That's what you start out with and can only build for your structures until you find the vendors that sell the different building type, metal and, metal, concrete, and brick. I found the vendor that sells the metal. I'm not rebuilding my base with that yet because that's going to take a lot of steel. I was more so thinking of saving the metal building for once I get more stuff unlocked. I'm going to rebuild the base and build like a small metal shack connected to the house. That's going to be like my power armor, garage, and crafting room. Alright, come down here. There's an event going on. There's that battle bot. Am I even going to be strong enough for Yeah, that's one of the screenshots I took when we took down a Scorch Beast in a nuke event. That's Marcito on the left, James second, Chris, and then me. And they, got all your different little frames and logos and shit that you can put on your picture before you take the screenshot. Connection. Let's see. Switch to. Oh, I forgot to grab my 10 mil. Damn it. This is a new legendary I picked up earlier from a reward. Sets enemies on fire. It's a fire SMG.
Oh.
Okay. Oh shit, damn man, I forgot to grab ammo for that. I'm fucking up all around, man. You done got me all discombobulated. Nah, it's just cause you caught me in the middle of like redoing all my inventory and shit after a like 2-hour run I just got done doing. And got 2 level ups. So a bunch of shit I was going through. They're barely fucking hurting me though. Got that thick armor, son. Back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. Ooh, Mole Miner Gauntlet. I've actually been wanting to fucking get another one. You motherfucker. Okay, you know what? You guys wait there for a second. Let me equip my grenades. There we go. Alright, everybody ready? Everybody grouped up? Alright, here, hold this. Their guns are weak against me now. Man, last time I came to this area, they were fucking me up. But although that was like over 10 levels ago. I'm not even wasting my last shot. There we go. Yeah, they are cannon fodder to me now. Like, they're slow, but man, when I was lower level and fighting them, that was fucking ridiculous. 4 or 5 shots they were taking me down. But yeah, like I said, that was like down in my 20s. I'm 30 now and got stronger weapons. Oh, and all those little things that you're seeing that have like a little magnifying glass. That's crafting materials that I have tagged that I'm trying to keep an eye out for. So like if you need, like asbestos or raw cloth or, anything like that, you can tag it. And then if that item, that object consists of that material once it's broken down, it'll have that icon so pick up all of those types of items. I do like that. So like, it kind of easily helps you keep an eye out for all those objects you need to break down for the materials you're needing. In case you're, not familiar with like what types of items break down into what. There. Cool, got a box here. Get my fucking ammo that I forgot like an idiot. Drop down. 15 fucking pounds. Break it down for a mod. Oh yeah, and if you want your the music playing for the game, you got the little radio stations here you can pick on your Pip-Boy. The old school songs they picked are really pretty good, man. It really fits the feel and, like, you know, the design of everything being that, like, kind of futuristic 1950s look. Because that's what the game's based on. The game took place back in the 1950s when the nuclear bombs dropped, and it's kind of basically like back in the 50s within this game's, you know, world. Technology was more advanced back in the 50s than it is now. I feel like the security bot is going to whoop my ass. That did not sound pleasant at all. Second tax. 556. Basting caps box. Where is this security bot? Oh. Level 30? It's not bad. Get that reloaded. Man. I need more 556 ammo. I have a feeling he's gonna whip my ass. Oh god. Wrong one. Come on. Okay. Oh god. The hell? I think I'm fucking with his pathfinding because I'm up on this fucking box and he can't get to me. Oh shit, why did I jump off? Come on. Jump down from the camera. Shit, not even nice. Ow, that gutsy is fucking hurting. Things over me. Retrieve bunker key card alpha. Missile launcher. Activated access key. Oh. Hmm? Let me try some of this shit. Wait, what? Oh, I need 2 people. Damn it. Gotta activate both of them at the same time. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to finish it. Need a second person over there. Fuck. There's one of them. What the fog crawler? I've never seen these motherfuckers before. I'm barely fucking hurt. Around their asses. Oh yeah, and you can find metal materials like that too. Find little ore deposits. Also with the plants, you'll find a lot of plants that you can pick. That's how you get your different crops and shit. Need to up my sensitivity a bit. Fucking downed it earlier and it's been fucking with me since. You still there?
Yes. I'm just watching.
Wasn't sure if you passed out or something.
Nope.
Oh, a bench. Yeah, one thing I love that they did is you can scrap anything at any type of bench. What was that? You can put a bayonet on a missile launcher? Oh, those fucking things are right there. Oh, damn, I have to play it. Journal 5.
Overseer's personal journal. Vault 76 was built to take the best and the brightest. But that wasn't what all the vaults were for. The Societal Preservation Program. I wasn't supposed to know about it. But when I found out, Evan wanted me to tell the press. But I didn't. Yes, experimenting on Vault residents was ethically wrong. But the goal of finding the most suitable people to repopulate, to understand humanity pushed to the extremes. What if that was the only way for us to survive? We can't save everyone.
Ooh,
That's what they always told us. And I
this
thought,
train station.
I still think they were right. Vault-Tec found out that I knew. I thought I was going to be fired or arrested, but
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
confided in me. Vault 76 was going to be a control vault, no experiment. I was so relieved. They told me I was going to be assigned to Vault 101 in Washington, D.C. I had to leave West Virginia, my people, behind. I couldn't let them do that. No matter what it took. I'm so sorry, Evan. I wish I could say I would have made another choice. That I would have picked dying in this house together when the bombs fell. I never stopped thinking about you. And I'm not giving up until I find out what happened. If you're not here, then there's only one other place you'd want to be. The mines.
Alright. Yeah. This is your power armor too. This is what makes you stronger. This is what you this is one of the things you work towards building so that you can better survive the nuclear blast zone areas as you're farming that for the higher level enemies and drops and all that.
Now I'm guessing you can upgrade those, right?
Do what?
Guessing you can upgrade them?
Yeah. That's what the power station, is that what they call it? Power armor stations are for. It's another crafting station type. I don't have it unlocked yet because I've done more so open world exploring and put a hold off on the storyline for a while. You know, just went and did a lot of exploring, discoveries, scavenging, you know, material scavenging and whatnot to get my base built. You know, as you can see how much shit I got built at it. You know, wanted to have, you know me in the building shit in games. I wanted to have me a nice, comfortable setup before I got into diving into the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the power armor, the reason I have one is because as you explore, there's certain buildings throughout the map that actually have a cache room that you have to either hack into a terminal to get into or pick the lock, and there will be a power station in there with a power armor sitting there. And based on your level, as you look at the inventory of the power armor to see what armor pieces are equipped, you know, however many it does have, some of them may have 2, some may have 3, some may have a full 4, you know, 4 or whatever, but that will set the level of the item. And also in turn, that's how you claim any power armor. You just step into it and boom, it's claimed, it's yours. So like if you ever step out of it again, run away from it, it auto spawns back into your inventory after a set amount of time if you forget to pick it up. Otherwise, if you collect multiple suits, you know, multiple armor suits. If you want to drop them, you literally just drop them from your inventory. It places it standing in front of you, and anybody can come up to it, step into it, and claim it as theirs.
Oh.
If you don't want it. You know what I'm saying? You hit the drop option instead of the place option.
Okay.
And, like as you saw, looking at the inventory of it, see, like you go to transfer, and then that's how you equip the armor pieces, the helmet, torso, legs, and arms. And then as well your fusion core, which is basically your battery, your power core. And once you have the power armor station, that's when you can walk your armor up to it, step out of your armor, open up the station, and start crafting armor pieces. If you have any recipes known or plans known, start adding modifications to the pieces. Basically, it's an armor bench. It's an armor workstation for the armor pieces of your power armor.
Okay.
And I mean, yeah, when you're in your power armor, you get a boost in, what is it, defense, and I think damage. I'm not sure about damage, but you get a boost in defense, and you become, way less, I think, completely invulnerable to, radiation. And then you can still use whatever guns you have. Oh yeah, it also increases your strength. So in turn, if you have a strength build, you could be stronger while in a good setup power armor. Let me get out of this area. Am I going next? Get to that railroad. I'm gonna kill these fuckers. Get to me. Like, fine, I'm gonna run off then. I do find that kind of funny. Like, I don't know if they did that intentionally, but like, every time I've tried to do stuff like this, like an enemy that'll be out there, whether it's patrolling the spot as a preset or not, if I start to aggro it and get into a hiding spot, basically a spot where it cannot get to me, they literally will just run off. And I don't know if that's a intentionally programmed aspect so that you can't sit there and do exactly that thing. Be within a spot where literally the AI cannot get to you and sit there and farm kill the AI. But eventually it comes back. And then it'll run off. So, like, I don't know if that's intentional, you know, to keep you from doing such things that could maybe be considered, you know, the pussy way of farming a kill. Or if that's a bug, I'm not sure. In a way, to be honest, I don't mind it. It makes it harder to do things like this. Like, you actually gotta sometimes get out there and actually aggro them. There are a lot of you motherfuckers around here. Just want to see what kind of XP I get off of killing one of these things. Ah! I thought that was gonna hurt more than that. That kind of startled me. I didn't know they fucking jump at you like that. Bastard. I'm getting out of here. Fuck this place. Want to get to that damn railroad station though, so I can get it as a fast travel. That and all the railroad stations have vendors.
Requisitions
What do you
now
got to sell?
available.
Ooh, you got the boxing glove one.
Requisitions
I may get
now
that.
available.
Oh, okay, so.
Be sure to stock up while you can.
I literally, every vendor I come across, I will literally sit there and go through my entire inventory. If I could spare a few food items to sell, a couple of meds, anything to literally take up every single cap that that vendor has in his inventory, I will do it. Because, like, as I've started seeing all these blueprints and shit, dude, like, there's a lot of nice shit and cool stuff that you can get for building your base, like, and never have to spend even any of your Atom points in the Atom store. You know, the Atom store is just if you want, like, exclusive themed stuff that they have. Like, for example, there's, like, a kid-style race car bed, you know, things like that, you know, one of those nice canopy beds that has the tall, you know, it's like a queen size, king size bed, has the tall bed posts with the canopy curtains and shit, you know. Stuff like that is what's in the Atom store. But like in game, just playing the game, earning your regular caps, buying and trading with vendors and other players, and exploring and finding the plans and recipes. There's so much in the game. So many of them. Ooh, excavator motion servers? I didn't even realize I picked that up. Oh, that's going to be for my excavator power armor set. Alright, how's 147 for that? Absolutely shit for my fucking tactical.
Now trading for supplies
And you're not even selling
munition
556.
and gear.
You fucking bastard. Done with this 38. Done with those. No, I don't need that. Stash box. Storage. So now. Hear that beeping. You hear that blip sound? That very faint blip. It's a dead body that has one of the sequence codes that's used for the nuclear silos. Whoa! Where the fuck did that missile just come from? Jesus! Did you see that shit? Good thing I jumped off that fucking patio up there, man. Hey.
I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Alright. Oh, god damn it. Oh my god. I really need to give me a new fucking controller. This damn left joystick is getting too fucking loose. No crafting station. Oh, does this dude okay, there it is. I really need new armor. 10, 12. Oh, I don't have chest. Five. And 3. Okay. Yeah, I don't have room for those. Shit. Hello.
Sorry, my head started fucking pounding.
Oh, you're good.
Free supply here, citizen.
Bench. 10 pounds on this shit. Fucking scrap it. Scrap it. Hope it's automatic receiver. Scanning down. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to shit. And I'm about to run out of space. I'm out of space. Stems. But it's just get it. Oh. I need that shit. Oh no. I do not mean to drop those. High radiation fluids. Sellers. I guess I have to use those. Oops. echoes and gamma radiation. Pumpkin pie. The Duchess's staff. Recipe overdrive. Oh, I can craft the overdrive chem now. Nice. Some mixture on the map blue. What's that? Oh. Kitty. Kitty, kitty. Oh shit, I had all this fucking, that's what's weighing me down, those fucking missiles. Dude, really need fucking ammo. I need to head back to my base here soon, start crafting some. Probably should. Yeah, your camps are free to fast travel too. It's just everything else that costs caps. Oh yeah, and your teammates are free to fast travel too.
They fucking better be.
Yeah. So at least if you're short on caps and one of your teammates is doing all right, they just pop in over there and everybody spawns in on them. Oh shit. Oh shit. Damn, I only got 111 steel. Ugh. No 10 million backup. Jesus, 15 steel? Oh my god, I really need to keep an eye out for steel. I'm really, what was that one perk they mentioned? That's cool, I didn't know I unlocked that. Scoundrel, not that. Oh yeah, that's one of them I do fucking need. 40% chance to find extra ammo. There it is. Obtain more components when you scrap weapons and armor. Yeah. I need to do that. use? There we go. Oh, please let me have enough to fucking repair it. Fucking adhesive. Luckily, you can make adhesive. Damn, it's not grown yet. Break down the oil for storage. And that only gave me 2. I need a 4th one. Motherfucker. Looks like I'm gonna have to loot this fucking place. Yeah, pretty much where I'm set up, I got a... This is like a, what is it, a pharmaceutical building. So I usually get a lot of good meds and materials out of it. And then as well on that hillside, they're climbing, running up the hill towards this place. Oh shit. No, don't waste that ammo, damn it. Fuckers are weak. The fuck just blew up? Holy shit! What the fuck just happened? Oh. Deathclaw egg. Whoa, what? 1, 2, 3, 4 fucking recipes? That is the first time I've ever seen that in here on this shelf. The fuck? Either that or I've missed that before. I'll have to remember that, come back here. The recipes, from what I heard, are randomly generated. Scrap shit. Steel so far. Need more metal shit. There's 2 more. Everything metal. Give me every fucking thing metal. Need to be able to start, like, fucking tearing down the building. Oh, shit.
Test log 3-12-78-A14. Eyes appear glassy. Subject seems to be experiencing decreased blood pressure and heart rate. While this new solution appears to trigger a vasovagal response in subjects with a complementary DNA structure. No reversal. Good. I don't know how much of the mutations we've seen are from radiation and what is from the compound we've been working on. I don't understand. We got clearance for aerosol testing before we even completed lab trials. In what of those lines have degraded? Winter's taking a toll on the lab. I guess I better get to fixing it before the plants freeze.
Oh, it's open. I'm an idiot. Oh, someone's been here soon, or recently. Took the power armor. That's why the door was open. By the way, if you're wondering, like, why, when I look at some caches, why they pop open and I wait a second or two before I actually take what's in there, it's because some of the perk cards that I have, like, for example, there's one called Can Do. It gives you a 30% chance of finding extra food if you search. And what that does is all trash cans and lunchbox type items or fridges, you can look at them and tap L1 to do a search. It's kind of like a deep search, and you have a 30% chance of an item being found on top of what you're already seeing. I've got that for food caches and medical, so I can always I have a chance of finding extra food and extra medical supplies, stim packs, radiation buffs, so on. It's down here. Okay, back into this room. See, like this with this lunch pail, it has the L1 to search. And nope, didn't get anything extra out of that one. And if you're wondering why I'm just walking, it's because I'm over encumbered. Yeah, smell. Completely forgot about that. Wrong bench, Robert. Had me a smoke. What do you think about it so far? Oh, you back on the mic yet?